Alright, fellas, welcome to the third part of this series. So we can see Sweden start attacking us, and luckily we had our ships to stop all the rogue infantry coming into our shores. Then we're also going to take his cities to stop his production. Over here, he's sending some tanks and infantry. We're going to kill those with the strikers. This just proves that this is the importance of starting a war and ending it as soon as you can, uh, aka Belarus and the Baltics. So we're not caught off guard, and we don't spend that much time being vulnerable. We message Sweden, hey, stop. If I find out you're weak, I'm just gonna kill you. Um, and we also messaged Canada, which is a coalition member of his, basically telling him that so he doesn't attack us because he's in Finland. Not so much to make him stop. I'm not too afraid of Sweden, but to not get into a war with Canada. The funniest part is that literally 15 minutes after ending last video that I said see you in the morning to attack Germany, this happened. Um, Over here, real quick, is very important to whenever you're in this situation to kind of run over the infantry, so you prevent it from escaping. And if they do want to move away, they have to retreat. Fast forward after actually going to sleep, we conquer a lot of the cities from Sweden, so we're definitely just gonna kill them. We're not going back at this point. We are clearing the cities with the strikers, and then the ships went back to protect our shores. There's not much else for them to do. So yeah, this is how you kind of decapitate an enemy. You take their homeland city so they can demobilize and they don't produce. It's very counterproductive to go for occupied cities. Yeah, you get some production, but you're not taking really much from them. In this case, we're gonna be leaving one infantry per city, and then we're just gonna attack the rogue with any strikers that we have available. Just because there's a lot of territories and cities to be taken, and again, we want to wrap up this war as soon as we can. We see some radar contact over here. Those are Swedish troops. We're gonna directly attack them and not patrol, just because I'm gonna go AFK shortly after this, and I want my strikers to stay in Warsaw to heal. If they eliminate the threat, then they stay in their airport they're based. If I patrol, they're just gonna stay in the air and they're not gonna heal. We see that Sweden is attacking Romania from Russia. He could move into our territory from Russia. However, we're just gonna focus on him. We can defend that with strikers if he does do that. We also haven't heard back from Sweden nor Canada, which at this point is great. We want Sweden to be AFK as long as possible so we can kill him. And Canada as well, we want AFK for now because we want Sweden to be completely dead, not worth going to war over by the time he responds. So at this point, we just have to be patient and take as much land as we can. Fast forward to tonight. As we can see, we have taken pretty much all of Sweden. Very little resistance. There were some troops here and there that I managed to easily kill with strikers, and the cities they're no longer smoking even. So we were able to start moving our troops back to start our offensive against Germany. We're also gonna finish off Norway and perhaps Finland, just to wrap up that part of the map and kind of forget about it. We definitely don't want an outside power to get a hold of, some land here and build an airfield and then start trouble from there. Even these islands, we need to take them because I've seen before that, let's say Saudi Arabia sends one infantry over there, takes the island and then builds an airfield and then starts an offensive from there. Units wise, we're slowly growing. We have 5 strikers and 1 air superiority, which is great. Our air force is growing. We also have quite a bit of SAMs now. We have 4 in total, and we're starting the production of rocket artillery. This way we can protect our skies. I saw that Iran had some elite aircraft which is even more effective than strikers against ground attacks. We saw it around here. And then our rocket artillery is going to be able to do a lot of damage against any land troops if they have AA, which I don't think they do, but you can never be too careful. Here we also have the airfield that Iran built nearby, so that could mean trouble. He can, attack Romania and then get closer to Poland using the elite aircraft based there. We also had a long chat with Canada, so I'm pretty sure we're safe from that front. Pretty cool dude. Definitely gonna come in handy if we have to fight the Asians. But because he is based in the Americas, pretty far off, and I am pretty much in contact with the Asians already, I cannot overly rely on outside help. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to fight them for the most part by myself. I have given him right of way because I want him to attack Romania while I'm unable to. Just because I prefer having him as my neighbor since Romania really has no troops and it's really open to be taken by the Asians, so I prefer Canada to be there. We also got in contact with Italy. They seem open to work together. However, I really don't want to work together against Germany because I want Germany for myself and I feel like I'm able to. So we are going to attack Germany as fast as we can so we take as much land as we are able to before Italy jumps in. France over here is busy in Spain. Italy has some here, but that was taken a long time ago, so I'm pretty sure he's not gonna keep advancing. We have to keep a really close eye, especially on Iran, but also Saudi. We have to see what countries they declare war on. Because, if they declare on Egypt, then that means they're going to be a little bit distracted. We have time to take Romania. And let's also check the rest of the countries in the Asian coalition. Afghanistan is at war with Kazakhstan, but he's not really advancing, so he's a little bit stagnant. He's going into the Uyghur region. Pakistan has been moving on to India for a long time, so I don't know if he's too active or not. His buildings suggest that he is. He has pretty high level buildings. China, despite being the leader and being active, he is not the most intimidating one just because he doesn't have the buildings nor the expansion yet. Because, for example, if we go to Pakistan, we see that he has higher level arms industry and are some army bases and ports, not doing too bad, but he's still holding on from the advance, so I don't know what that's about. Let's have a look around. I really haven't explored the map too far from Europe. Been a little distracted with Sweden. Perhaps Argentina be worth talking to. He's been at war with Brazil for a long time, and I don't see much smoke, so he hasn't advanced in a while. So, not Argentina. Peru, on the other hand, he has. Oh, that's a lot of high level buildings. Perhaps it's worth talking to him. As well as Colombia. Maybe we can get Canada to get something going with them. Not so much the case for Venezuela, only a level 2 airport. Everything else doesn't seem too special. Oh, yeah, and look at this. Peru is moving into Mexico. He's gonna take Canada's lunch because Canada is not doing anything in the Americas. Again, I don't understand why he came to Europe. He should have stayed in his own continent because he's gonna expand much faster instead of having to send stuff across the ocean. And as we can see, Romania is doing the same thing, going across the ocean when his homeland is getting invaded. Um, there's also some stuff going on in the U.S., but he's not expanding either. I don't understand. Nothing too crazy, but he seems active enough. Oh look, Mexicali also fell to Peru. Now that we saw the map, let's talk about a couple of the missteps of the other players, if we may. So first of all, I don't know what Romania is doing, taking half of his troops away from his homeland when he's being invaded. Um, it's literally empty, and he's sending half of his stuff away. Um, Also, when it comes to Canada's advance, he really should aim for the home cities, which he doesn't seem to be doing because that's gonna cripple the production of Romania and it's gonna stop Romania from mobilizing. He has right now tanks producing in every city. Here we see the troops that he's sending to Montreal. And the other observation I have, he even has a ship going over there. When Iran and Saudi Arabia clearly have ships, that's how they took Greece. Overall, despite having precarious geopolitical position, because we are not in a coalition again, that's kind of my fault because I wanted to go kind of solo in this match. Didn't join any coalition early on. We're doing great. Happy with our navy that we're building. Happy with our land troops, the SAMs and other rocket launchers. That's gonna really make a difference if we get into combat. And we haven't really lost anything. I think I lost one infantry that I left when I was sleeping in Sweden. All the damage we've taken has been with our strikers that we've been able to heal pretty effectively. And yeah, tomorrow, again, if no surprises happen, unlike last night, I should be able to move into Germany. And then into Romania. I have to count my troops, see if I can start withdrawing from the coalition and then attack him in the morning as well. Because again, I really just need the manpower. I don't really need much support from my strikers because there's no troops. The last observation is that if Iran sees that Romania is being taken apart by Canada, and Canada doesn't do it fast, then Iran is inevitably gonna jump in. Um, Here in the coalitions, we see that it's really the Asian Empire, the one with the most points. Blood and Glory is kind of second, but we know that Russia is not active. Um, so it's really that coalition that is a threat. Maybe we can get the Colombia and Peru to join us, but again, that's a lot of diplomacy to be done, and diplomacy doesn't always work. But it definitely is the strongest tool. You can turn an enemy into an ally pretty quick just by sending a couple of messages. The last thing I wanted to talk about is building in provinces. The buildings here are a little bit different. You have the combat outpost. This building just boosts the stats when it comes to defending if you have land units there. Airfield is just like an airport. If I wanted to attack Russia, for example, I probably would build one in Belarus if I don't want to build an airport, which is more expensive. The field hospital is it's like a hospital, just heals your units, but it doesn't go such as a high level as a hospital would in a city. Local industry is just like arms industry, but for provinces. Some provinces produce resources, and this just increases production. Military logistics is just like a road, makes your troops move faster. Alright, and I think that's all I got for you guys this video. We'll see if we can start our offensive against Germany tomorrow. And that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow.